Time to go into the Morgan Dollar series and spend some quality time on the Morgan. And what I mean by the Morgan is if you ask the experts, the Highfields, the Millers, the Loves, the people that spent over a half a century writing the books chronicling the coins and just studying the series, they all agree on one thing and only one thing. Well, two things. One, they love the Morgan Dollar. Two, the finest struck Morgan Dollar ever was the 1881S. The quality and the detail is by far superior to everything else around it, and that is the coin. From coin 1 to the last coin struck that year, that is the finest struck Morgan year over year. So they struck 96 Morgan dollars with a 7-tail feather, one with an 8-tail feather, and that is the best they have to offer.
So the series started in 1878, and 1878 was the year that San Francisco started as well. So this is issue 4 and 5 for San Francisco. These are the uncirculated Morgan silver dollars of those respective years, 1881 and 1882. So yeah, the finest known, 28 San Franciscos altogether, 90 plus coins altogether in the entire series, and they call the 81 the finest known, and San Francisco to have the finest strikes, period. Now, competition's over $150 on the 81, and they are at over $165 on the 82. 82 is slightly rarer than the 81. They're both fine quality strikes. It's a little slightly rarer. It's probably why they're a little more, but tonight we are not. We are $79.95 each.
Again, the San Francisco Mint, known for their quality. And the quality is not questioned. It's just, look at it. I mean, it's we have lighting around us here, which is why it's very hot on the set. And you can see the lights bouncing across the coin from left to right in that little, like a mirrored 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock on both of these coins. It just tells you this, the brilliance of the coin still today. Remember, we're in 2022 right now. These coins were made 140 years ago. That's special in its own right. They've survived. Someone put the coins aside and was a steward, and probably multiple generations of that family carried forward this coin to where we still are able to have it today. Now here's the best part. The 82, just as beautiful, actually much rarer, and still the same price.
Same price with us tonight, $79.95, not $154, not $166. We're at $79.95 each for these beautiful uncirculated Morgan silver dollars, the original vintage Morgans, over 140 years old. So we also think about, you really think about how these coins survived, where they were restored to be this pristine this many years later. What else happened in 1881 and 1882? What was going on at that time? Just to give us an idea of the tenure of these coins. In 1881, that's when Edison and the Bell Company formed the Oriental Telephone Company.
So telephones became a thing for the first time ever in 1881.
Yeah, and Barnum and Bailey's Greatest Show on Earth, that opened in Madison Square Garden in 1881.
Now, on the other hand, if you are a gunfighter from the Old West, 81 and 82 were significant for the fact that two of the most famous of all of our outlaws passed away. Billy the Kid in 1881 was killed by Pat Garrett. And then in 1882, Jesse James was gunned down by one of the people in his gang, shot in the back on April 3rd. So you look at what was going on at this time in history. And the history kind of also explains why we're, again, looking back at these coins 140 years later. And these are the coins of the cowboys. This is the coin of the Wild West. This is that coin. Now, a few other things you might not have known is the fact that this is the largest silver dollar ever produced by the U.S. Mint for circulation in the United States. That's the 38.1 millimeter, this size, 27 grams net weight. It's the Morgan dollar, same size as the Peace dollar, right? And those are the two that were out there from silver, the largest silver find in America, which is the Comstock Lode. The Bland-Allison Act created the opportunity to make silver dollars part of our vernacular. They made the seeded series before that, but it never really caught a lot of traction. The Morgan dollar and the silver finds out west just threw this onto the marketplace. and it became the silver dollar of the Wild West. You know, you go into a saloon, flopping on there, have your beer or your glass of scotch, right? Or whiskey, I guess would be the answer back then. And
Try to
move
avoid
forward.
Jesse James.
Yes. You want to go
In
there
the saloon?
You go there after April 3rd because that way it's
Then
safer,
you're safe.
right? The bottom line is this, though, everybody. We have an opportunity to bring forward these beautiful American silver dollars from the Wild West times. It's called the Morgan Series. And then inside of that, San Francisco is always that heralded mint because of the quality they struck. Why? It's because, well, they didn't strike a lot of the other smaller denominations for circulation. That was primarily done by New Orleans and/or done by Philadelphia. So the primary goal was the gold coins they struck and then the big silver dollar, which means they struck coins on a slower basis, right? Versus like Philadelphia or New Orleans, which was pumping them out because they had to. Quality is going to be different based upon the time of strike, etc. Well, the 81S is that coin, period. And the 82, rarer. As you referenced, Allison, our competitions, that's 154 and 166 respectively. We're thrilled that we actually have them in the show tonight. I mean, think about this. We are 5 hours, 3 days a week, 4 hours over the weekend, 4 coin shows a week, 19 hours, 52 weeks a year. A lot of talk time, and we love doing it. But we have this, what, 4 or 5 times a year? That's it? And that, again, is because finding them is the way to go.
And there's that San Francisco mint mark on the reverse of the coin while we are on this beautiful shot. Take a look at the bottom about 6 o'clock. That little S mint mark is above the D and the O in dollar, and San Francisco is the S. You'll find other Morgan dollars with their mint marks there as well, the O, the D, the CC, etc.
It's just great, great stuff. Guys, we got to put a 1-minute clock up on this one. We started with a roll of each. Now, I wish they were original rolls. We've put these coins, 20 coins, into a roll together, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, over the last few months, show by show by show. And again, all of them blast white beauties like the ones you're seeing on your screen. They are the best of the best. And then, after tonight, we'll look for some more, right? Kind of the way it goes. 154, 166. For our price tonight, we're under 80, $79.95, which is your choice.
Always your choice opportunity. Folks, that means you don't have to buy both to get that low price. We don't do that. If you want to join us with the 81, we say thank you. And if you have the 81S and you want to grab the 82, thank you as well. Regardless, you'll be at $79.95 each. Phones are very busy still, so avccoins.com. Just a reminder, if you'd like to grab these on the website, that is the website to go to. And they're $79.95 each, not $150, not $160, $79.95 each. We thank you, but it is time to be moving on.